All right, let's get started here. We got some consensus fantasy movers in the consensus rankings loaded up. We're going to get started with Kenneth Walker III and Zach Charbonnet, both moving up one spot in the rankings, running back consensus rankings. Kenneth Walker's now ranked 14th. This is after a disappointing season last year. It finished 29th. Right, had 573 yards, missed games, right? Well, what about Zach Charbonnet? They got him ranked 42nd. He moves up a spot from 43rd. Of course, he finished 27th last year. All right, 569 yards, 8 touchdowns, filled in when Walker wasn't available. Well, no big news here. They're both moving up. It's supposed to be a run heavy offense for Seattle this year. They're getting excited about that. Hey, of course, Kenneth Walker's missed multiple games in recent seasons with reoccurring injuries. That's why we know who Zach Charbonnet is, because he's missing all the time. And he's out at OTAs and minicamps, limited, non physically performing due to an ankle injury this time. So already starting with some injuries. Zach Charbonnet, hey, Kubiak plans to shift to a run-heavy offense, and with Zach Charbonnet fill in again. You know, will he be there? He had 9 touchdowns. Both had good touchdowns last year. Run heavy. Hey, they both got the. Why is it important? They got the number 3 easy schedule. All right, so how much? It's going to be a gamble either way, but hey, they're both moving them up a little bit in the rankings. This is going to be a big pivot point in fantasy, though. Which one do you take? Do you take Kenneth Walker, who's always injured but could strike big? Although they got him at 14th, 14th ranking's kind of high. You know, that's almost guaranteed that he's going to play the season. We haven't seen that, and his 42nd ranking, that's kind of sneaky. We get Zach Charbonnet cheap, maybe. We have to keep an eye as things get closer. How about San Francisco? Christian McCaffrey moves up 2 spots. He's now ranked number 5. Right? So they're loving Christian McCaffrey. Finished 72nd last year on very limited yards. Of course, the news there is his teammate, Kyle Juszczyk, said, hey, he changes everything. He looks incredible. He looks so healthy and explosive in OTAs and upcoming minicamp. He's looking good. And it's on Kyle Shanahan saying Christian McCaffrey's healthy and looking good. So the story is they've already got him ranked up to number 5. Finished 72nd last year. Got that number 1 easy position schedule, though, so you can understand why. And, of course, you look back when he was, wow. 2023, 21 points a game. You know, hey, he had disappointing 21 in 2022, so we shouldn't expect anything like that 21 points game. But, hey, if he could get back to a respectable 16 points game, that's still kind of high ranking there for him. And you have Garando here, who they moved down 1 spot, I guess, because of, hey, if Christian McCaffrey's getting a little bit more, then Garando might get a little less. Hey, 45th. Had filled in for him last year. On the team, don't forget they got this Jordan James. Brought him in as a rookie. So maybe he'll compete with Garando as the backup there, so you just don't know who's going to be the backup there. Moving on to some other San Francisco. All right, hit that subscribe button as the season gets closer. Our fantasy season, you want to be subscribed to get the latest. And give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Thank you. Jauan Jennings here moves down 4 spots. Hey, surprised last year. Come on. He's ranked 39th now. Hey, he finished 27th last year on almost 9 points a game. Right? He came on 975 yards, 6 touchdowns when they were down with no wide receivers kind of left. So the big news here is not expected to be a training camp holdout, but he's not happy. He's not happy with his contract is what the problem is. So Jauan Jennings, he's last year of his contract getting only paid $6 million here in his last year of his contract. So everybody wants more money, and he's getting a little older. How about they moved Ricky Pearsall up 1? He's still dealing with hamstring and missing key practice. I'd lay off of him. Just because they need him doesn't mean he's going to perform, although they were the number 14 passing last year. Christian McCaffrey's looking good. Of course, George Kittle's looking good. So, hey, I guess they're moving. And, of course, Ayuk's out early. And Demarcus Robinson has facing a small suspension, too. Anyway, they moved Pierce Shaw up one. And Juwan Jennings, let's hope that he doesn't hold out and comes in because, hey, he could be, especially if this could be good. Right now, if they got him at 39th, maybe he slides down a little bit more and everything's good to go and we get him cheap. Never know. All right, Nick, moving on. How about here the Pittsburgh two tight ends? So they move Juwan Smith down -4 spots again. He's now 17th. And Pat Freiermuth falls down one spot. He's now 24th. Falling down combo here. Hey, he's ranked 17th now. Finished 4th last year. That's kind of the news. 8 points a game he averaged. That's good for a tight end. And Freiermuth, hey, he's ranked 24th now. Just keeps getting pushed down. Too crowded there. He finished 9th last year. Let's not forget that too. And Smith here. Well, hey, Arthur Smith coached him in Tennessee and in Atlanta, so he's kind of has familiarity with him. Well, the only thing I'd say there, if we look at his yearly, we did good last year with Miami's offense. Not so good back. You look back these other years when he had Arthur Smith, that ain't so good. So who knows if that's good news or not. And Freiermuth. Anyway, crowded house, they're moving them both down. Moving on to New England, Hunter Henry. All right, Hunter Henry finished, Hunter Henry finished, he's ranked 20th now. They had him at 24, so he moves up 4 spots. Hey, he finished 16th last year. So about where he is. They moved him up 4 spots. He's now ranked 20th. So, hey, and how about this Henderson? Trevion Henderson, ranked 22nd now. They just keep moving him up, right? Of course, a rookie. And, the only news I got here is in college, in his 47 career games, he only had 6 times where he carried more than 20 carries. That's throughout his college career. So not known as a bell cow, known as a dual threat. But let's not forget here that we still have Ramondre Stevenson here on the team. And hey, maybe he could rebound. So I don't know. I think with this 22nd ranking, maybe they're getting ahead of themselves. Position schedule, middle of the road. I know he's going to get work. But hey, how good a team are they going to be? And they were the 13th team in rushing last year. Of course, that was before he got there. So Ramondre Stevenson, hey, he was doing good early and looking to rebound. So anyway, that might be a little high. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to, how about more ranked movers? Ashton Jeanty, right now ranked 7th. He's ranked 7th, previously 5th and 4th at one time. They're moving him, sliding him down. Now that we're getting some ranking history, next week I'll have the ranking history graphs. So start seeing how they're moving in the ranking history. How about Harvey? He's ranked 26th now. Brought into Denver, of course. The news there before that was they signed J.K. Dobbins, right? So got company here and of course Estime and that McLaughlin here too. So Harvey, though, they're moving him up 1 spot. Sports writers are saying, hey, he's going to have a significant role in the passing game too. I don't know. They like to. Hey, the problem here is Sean Payton likes to use multiple running backs, share them, and hey, you know what? J.K. Dobbins, he's a good player, did great last year. We'll see how this all works out. But they're moving him up 1 spot. It's kind of surprising. Moving on, how about some L.A. Charger news? Trey Harris, he's now ranked 55th. All right, rookie. Hey, he's sliding or moving up 3 spots. So I thought, well, hey, they're moving him up. That's pretty good. Why are they moving him up? Well, I think the news is that Mike Williams is going to start on the PUP list. Right? And Trey Harris officially did not report for camp. This is some of that second round stuff going on where they're going to get him signed for the thing. But so Mike Williams here on the depth chart is less of a threat. So Trey Harris here more of a locked in that number 2 spots. So they're moving him up a little bit in the rankings. How about a Marion Hampton, right? Marion Hampton, of course, 20th pick, or he's ranked 20th now. He was the 22nd pick, I guess. Brought him in. Of course, the news there is Najee Harris has a minor eye issue. Kind of clouds the vision on the running back roles there in the Chargers. So they took the opportunity to move Hampton up one. Looks good. Everybody's excited about him. Position schedule those 30th. Let's not get carried away here. We'll do rookie running backs video coming up soon. But hey, he's the 30th schedule. And I mean, like we said, competition with Harris here. And you just don't know. I mean, that might be getting a little high above themselves here with the 20th rankings. But of course, we've got some people falling down up above here. How about check in with the Colts here a little bit? Michael Pittman. He's moving down 4 spots. Right, 53rd last year. He's ranked 53rd now. He's finished 45th, 6 points a game, 800 yards. Deal there was he was had a little back injury last year, supposedly all year that he's playing through. He's participating in OTAs and minicamps, so I didn't find any real reason why they're moving him down 4 spots. They moved Daniel Jones up a spot. Daniel Jones, ranked 31st. I guess he was ranked 32nd. He finished 27th last year. I guess the news there is, hey, he's projected to win the quarterback yet again. Even though they're going to, Sean Steichen said they're going to split the reps and things. It's just looking more and more like Daniel Jones is going to be the guy. So I've said that, hey, that's probably going to help Josh Downs out the most. All right, Josh Downs here. I like him on that team. Les Pittman, so that's probably why they're moving him down. Let's move on. How about in Houston? Christian Kirk. All right, hey, he moved him up 1 spot. He's now 50 from 51. Hey, he 96th finished last year. Disappointing. Only 300 yards, hurt. And Jaden Higgins. They're moving him down 2 spots to 58. No real news that I could find. He's looking good in OTAs. I guess the news was he got a fully guaranteed contract, and the other teams are hot. This is about that second round holdout things. A lot of teams. Anyway, Houston broke ranks and gave him a guaranteed contract. Hayes received rave reviews from his teammates and coaches in minicamps. Everything's looked good. I don't know why they're moving him down. Hey, I like this Houston team. Now, C.J. Stroud, look for a bounce back here. Number 2 easy schedule, right? Nico Collins, Higgins to work with, and his teammate Jalen Noel, too, college teammate, and now NFL teammate. But anyway, things are looking good. I don't know why they moved him down 2 there, but I'll keep my eye on him, too. Okay, we got some stuff going on in Cleveland everybody knows about, right? Well, Dylan Sampson here, right? They moved him down 3 spots in the ranking. I come here, I thought for sure he'd be moving up. They moved him down to 58. He's been looking good in OTAs and minicamps there. Hey, an excellent year in Tennessee. 22 touchdowns in his last year there. So, anyway, you got him coming in. And they moved Jerome Ford up instead. So Jerome Ford, now he's ranked 55, wasn't ranked before. So they moved him up 5 spots. He finished 37th last year. 500 yards. Hey, he was called upon when no one else was around to fill in. Hey, he ranked, he did, in spot duty, did pretty good. He ranked 8th in explosive run rate and yards after contact per attempt. This isn't overall, this is per attempt. And finished 18th in missed tackles per attempt. So that's pretty good metrics. He did filled in, so he moves up a little bit, especially if he's might be the veteran they lean on if this Judkins misses any time. and Sampson isn't quite ready. Maybe Jerome Ford set for a rerun. And this is all coming on the news of is this Judkins, right? Hey, he's ranked 28th. They moved him down in the rankings 6 spots. Had him up to 22, moved him 28th, right? Hey, he's been looking good in OTAs, looking powerful, what they expected. And, of course, the news there isn't good. He's involved in off-field crime problems. Personal conduct rule does apply, even though he hasn't signed his rookie deal yet, so he might miss time. That would really put it in flux. And that's why it's so important on this Sampson. You know, hey, he might be the surprise guy if we don't trust Jerome Ford here. But anyway, so back to another one here is Luther Burton. Go to the Bears. They got adjusted their rankings just a little bit. He's moved down 1 to 51. Been missing a little time is what the story is here in camp. Missing the time with soft tissue issue. They say they're just playing it safe, but hey, you just never know. I see him on the field, and that sets us up for the last ones here. They moved Rome Odunze up 2 spots to ranked 41st now, and DJ Moore to 21st. Rome Odunze now 44th ranking. He finished 47th last year. It's that disappointing year for a rookie with 700 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's the way NFL is. He did pretty. You'd think that would be pretty good, but they want more and more for that first round pick. And DJ Moore, they got him ranked 21st. Finished 21st last year, so maybe that's about where he is. Maybe he gets a little coach improvement now that Ben Johnson's in the house. You know, maybe they get a little better there. But DJ Moore, no real news here for him. I guess Rome Odunze, they moved him up 2 spots. And I think there was several websites that are pinning him down as a breakout candidate. So the consensuses got together and moved him up 2 spots. So, hey, keep an eye out. This is look at some of the fantasy movers in the consensus rankings and why they moved. Let's take a look at this.